welcome back to another episode of Concrete with the Hosses. My dad had mentioned in one of his other videos that I was doing a pretty big set of countertops, so I figured I would show you those. Now, I wasn't able to get the forming and pouring process filmed, but we do have another video up. It's when I was making the bench top for my wedding. It has the forming, the pouring, all of the steps in it. So if you want to see that, my sister will include the link for that video. You can check that out. I'm sure it's going to be in one of these corners. But for now, here is the set of bar tops I am working on now. Okay, so here it is. Here's the three pieces that are going to be surrounding the grill. If you can picture it, this piece here will be the end piece. Your grill will be here. This piece right here will be on the back side of the grill. This piece over here is going to be over here. That one connects to this big piece over here. So from there you have piece 1, grill, piece 3, because piece 2 is behind the grill. Then you have this piece here that arcs around and connects to this piece here. And this is going to be the seating area, the lean and have a drink, hang out area. So our base color on this one is harvest wheat, and we're going to do a combination of red and black cream coating on this. They said not like fire engine red, they want more of like a rust kind of red. So here, as you can see, we have our broken stone edge. Now this stuff right here is just a little bit of oozage that got underneath the broken stone liner. This all just kind of flakes off and comes off as we polish, so that's not a big concern of mine. So you can see we have a nice natural looking broken stone, and as we're doing the polishing and cream coating, what we'll do is we'll take and smear some of our cream coating just ever so slightly on there to kind of give it, like I said, a more natural look. So we're going to go ahead and get set up with our polisher. So we moved the pieces of countertop outside that we could. My dad actually made these carts himself. This one here was his first one he made. This one was, we'll call that a second generation one. We have a couple more of these ones, but I think they're being used for patterns. But anyways, we usually try to put these on these carts so that we can bring them outside, because if you watched the other video with my bench top, you know, you're hearing this for the second time. I really prefer to polish using a wet polisher. This polisher here is our DS301. It's made by Intertool. We have 3 diamond wheel polishing pads on it. These are the 50 grit. You can see how pretty aggressive these ones are. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the water on. It comes out here. It keeps everything nice and wet, so as we're polishing it, just instead of having a dust, you have a slurry, which is why I refuse to do poured in place countertops, because they are extremely messy. So we're going to use our 50 grit polishing pads on our DS301 polisher. We're going to buzz across the tops of these, getting all the rough surface off, really exposing all of these tiny little pores, because whenever we do that, we're opening up all those pores so that whenever we cream coat it, those pores lock in that cream coat, so you get like a 2-tone, or in this case a 3-tone color. And then this piece here is just massive. It's about 7.5 feet long. Over here it's 3.5 feet wide, and this is about 3 feet wide. So this is a massive piece. It's just going to be done in here. I'll squeegee the floor out. And then these are just going to be 3 samples I'm going to make so the homeowners can see different color combinations. But I'm pretty sure they're dead set on red and black. So we're going to get the water turned on and we'll get polishing. can tell the difference. This one is unpolished, and this one was hit again with the 50 grit pads, and you can kind of see how it took that weak topping off. Trying to get a good view, but really kind of just opened up all of these little pores. So we're gonna go ahead and get this one. This right here is a little on and off valve. I really like this feature because, as you can see, since I'm not using it, it's not sending water spewing out, water going everywhere. So whenever you're ready to polish, just flip that, and out comes the water. So these are the new 200 pads that we got. They're a little bit thinner than our other ones. They're not nearly as aggressive. What this is going to do, hitting them with the 200 pads after our 50, is right now, to the touch, it's pretty smooth, but it's still a little rough. So if we go over top of these again with the 200, what it's going to do is it's going to polish all the roughness out. So whenever we go to put our cream coating on, it's going to accept it a lot nicer. We're going to be able to kind of get more of the excess cream coating off, so we're not burning up our pads, spending unneeded time polishing. So we'll go ahead and get these pads switched off. Everything, all of these tops, including these 3 stances, have been polished down with our 50 grit polishing pads as well as our 200 grit polishing pads. Now, sometimes, depending on the time frame, I cream coat them right now. Other times, I choose to wait until they dry off. The reason being, the drier they are, see how there's a bunch of water still in that pore? The drier they are, the better that cream coating is gonna work into these pores. If they're soaking wet like that, holding a bunch of water, usually it just turns the cream coat material to, basically water, and it doesn't really take too well. So the drier they are, the better the cream coating goes, the fewer times we have to do that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to squeegee off the tops, and then I'm going to squeegee all of this mess out of the garage. Then I'm probably going to go home, let my dogs out, get some dinner, run over to the property to check on things, and then come back here later this evening and cream coat them. So check back in with you later. So we came back up to the shop. It's about 8 o'clock. The countertops dried up a little bit. Not as much as I would have hoped, but all the pores and everything, they seem to be empty from water, so that's good. So we're gonna go ahead and get them creamed up. Caleb, you gonna help me? Basically, the cream coating material, it's just Portland cement and then whatever color we're using. So this point, at this time, it's gonna be black. So we have Portland cement mixed with our black Butterfield Integral color that we get from Shop Supply in Cranberry. Those guys really help us out there. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get some water in that, mix it up, and get going. Okay guys, so we got this cream coated, we got everything all covered and worked around, but as it starts to settle, it sinks down into all these open pores. So what we do is we take just something that's a little bit softer with a straight edge. In this case, it's a piece of just our templating hardboard material. You just kind of scrape it off and work it around, making sure you kind of fill up all these pores and everything as best you can. And if they settle overnight, that's completely normal. Usually when I do this, I usually plan on cream coating, doing this process 2, sometimes three times. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get this done. And then, as I said, with this broken stone edge, just usually the concrete that's on your gloves, the cream coat, that's on your gloves, you just take and kind of give it a little feather along the edge. And in spots like this, where it's like, it kind of looks like a smear rather than natural, you can just take a polishing pad once it dries, give it a quick rub, and it breaks it right up. So that's what we do.
Good morning, everyone. It is almost 5 o'clock in the morning, and we're up here at our shop to polish the cream coat off these countertops. So last night we came up at, well, when I say we, I mean I came up at I think it was like 6:30 or 7 or something like that, and cream coated these countertops with black. We did the face. It's kind of hard to see on that one, but so we got some black accenting, I'm gonna call it, on the face. We're gonna go ahead and use the 200 grit polishing pads to take off this black cream coat. And yeah, this round of polishing usually doesn't take too long. This only takes probably like 20 minutes or so to do this. It goes pretty quick. It's just a matter of doing it in phases now to make sure all those pores are filled in so that your countertops are nice and smooth. So now that we have all those pores filled in, like all these black areas, those were all open pores that held that cream coat whenever we put it on. And now that those pores aren't open anymore to hold that water, once we squeegee it, you can see how much faster that dries. Like all this kind of, dullish area here, that's all pretty much completely dry. So now when we cream coat it, we shouldn't have a problem with the cream coating getting too wet, too runny. So we're gonna go ahead and get that done.